Hey friend, Roger Christopherson here again with another first listen review, and I know this may seem like a really strange one to be babbling about today, but I didn't get the ones I was looking for. But until we get into that, I'm just going to ask you to like, share, and subscribe to keep this music alive, because what we do is we talk about music that we love here, bands that, they've been around forever, some new stuff, but mainly it's bands that have been around for a while and what they're doing nowadays, new releases from them, re-releases, which today is going to be. And this one just happens to be about a band I really know nothing about, except for one song or so, I thought. But anyway, I plan on doing a couple other ones today, but they haven't shown up. Actually, I take that back. One just showed up, like literally 5 minutes ago. It was the Who Are You big box set. So I didn't have time to listen to all that. It's already Saturday now. I usually have these done and posted a day ahead of time, but I didn't get that. And the Cars still hasn't shown up. Those are the two I was really looking forward to doing. But there's a whole heck of a lot coming out this week, as there hasn't really been, this hasn't been a great year for new releases, but I've always thought about getting this one here. I know I've said "but" several times now, so if you're doing the drinking game, maybe that's the new word for today. Take a shot every time I say the word "but." Anyway, so Frankie Goes to Hollywood. I've heard the song "Relax" for years, 40 years to be exact, because it's the anniversary that they've put out this week. There's a big 7 CD, huge deluxe kit they did. I did not get that one because I didn't really know what I was diving into. I got the 2 CD deluxe edition, and I had no real idea what to expect, but it's just one that's always kind of piqued my curiosity for some reason. Just never dove in until now. So my quick little rundown of this for people that have heard this album is going to sound like, yeah, of course, we know. But for people that have never heard this and maybe you've thought about it, maybe haven't thought about it, whatever, this is going to be like what I thought of it. This is why we call it First Listen Review. It's my first initial thoughts of this, even though it's 40 years late to the game. But this is what I got out of it. Like I said, didn't know what to expect. So first started listening to this. It started out, first couple songs, 3-4 songs in, felt more like a soundtrack to a movie to me. It was kind of following a very thematic feel to it. And in fact, it wasn't even until track 5 that the song "Relax," which is the only one I thought I knew, kicked in. So some weird, not weird, but some soundscapey type feel to it, some talking going on. So I had the feeling this might have been a concept album of some sort, whatever that concept may be. I don't know. I listened to this thing through twice so far, and so if you listeners out there know what this is, know a lot more about it, feel free to jump in, correct anything I say that may be wrong on this one, because I am no expert on this one. This is just my first thoughts. That's all this one's going to be. I'm not qualified to review this band at all, other than this is my first listen. So anyway, getting into that, back into it, my initial thoughts were this is a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be, and I just meant like more rockin' than I thought it was going to be. The bass mix is way up front, and I play bass in one of the bands that I'm involved in, and love bass. It's like actually my favorite instrument to play live, and it just really stuck out to me. It's bass heavy, and vocals are great. I think was Holly Johnson, is that the singer's name? I don't even know where I put the case down, but anyway, we don't edit here, so just leaving that in there. If that's his name, I'm right, cool. If not, correct me. But he's got a great voice, sings great, very strong voice, very pure voice. I mean, he doesn't have a whole lot of rasp going on in it, but every now and then he gets a little touch of it. But very melodic singer, very powerful singer, and I didn't realize how very few lyrics the song "Relax" has. I know it's very repetitive, but I didn't realize how repetitive until I listened to it again, but it didn't seem to matter. It's just, it's one of those super catchy, and it's, like I'm saying, with heavy, this is like keyboard synth heavy band, but it's very powerful and energetic music, like all of it. And the surprise to me was track number 6, "War," who I cannot remember for the life of me who the original singer of that was. I remember hearing Bruce Springsteen cover it, but it was another guy who did it before him. Gosh darn, I cannot remember it. It's the case of the olds. So if you remember who that is, please let me know, because here we go again, not being able to remember. So I can't pull this stuff out of my head like I used to be able to do. I don't know what it is. There's too much stuff up in there, trying to sort through it all. But anyway, their version of it was really cool, very energetic. It didn't lose that energy, the urgency. the anger in it. Even though it's a pop song, their version of it still has a little bit of that anger to it, which that song has and needs. So if there's some storyline here that it's supposed to be going along with, that probably is why that song is in there. And then the song I didn't know that I already knew was Two Tribes. As soon as I heard that song, I'm like, oh yeah, I heard the song. Didn't realize, I don't know if I ever knew who it was or didn't really remember or whatever, but it's been 40 years probably since I've heard the song, but instantly recognized it as soon as I heard it. That's a cool song too. How that one didn't become a bigger hit, I don't know, because that one actually was really catchy, very powerful again. Then there does a couple little things, not quite songs, until it gets to the next surprise of the whole thing, which was Born to Run, the Bruce Springsteen song. And Holly sings that one really well. It doesn't have that break in the voice that Bruce has when he does the woes, but his version of it is very suited to what they do. It was a little bit more, the tempo I think was a little bit quicker, it was a little more urgent than Bruce's version, and so I'm sure that has something to do with what was going on in this album. If there is a storyline, if I'm just reading into this too much maybe, I don't know, but it seems like there's probably a storyline going on here. I have to go back and check it out again, because actually I really like this album. And from that point on, I didn't recognize anything else, but it did follow that soundscapiness a couple different times, some spoken word stuff, and it was a way more interesting of an album than I ever expected. I was very pleased that I finally took the dive into this. I probably wouldn't have enjoyed this as much if I had gotten it back when I was younger. I was stupid, back then. My musical tastes have opened a lot since my early days when all I was into was, the heavier hair metal. And actually was into a lot of blues earlier too, but tastes have grown and changed, and I'm glad I took the chance to listen to this. I did get the bonus disc in here, and I listened to that a couple times through actually too. Normally what I do is I just go straight to the bonus stuff. And since I didn't know this album at all, I didn't do that this time, but I did go and check it out. And after listening to the album and then hearing the alternate versions on here, quite a bit of unreleased stuff. Actually, over half of this bonus disc was unreleased. There's a couple, I guess, singles and some other stuff in here that's remixes that had been released before, but most of this was unreleased. And there's an earlier version, the demo version actually of Relax, which I actually thought was even, I don't know, it was rawer, but I kind of like that one better. And a couple other versions like that, BBC stuff in here. Another version of Two Tribes, which I really like that version as well, which seems even more, drum and bass heavy to me. Maybe I'm imagining I'd have to go back and listen again, but that one I really enjoyed as well. And then there's a couple versions of War and Born to Run on here, rehearsals, I guess, for their tour. And what I really noticed is that the Born to Run version on that is even more raw and energetic, almost to the extent of almost sounding like a punk song, which I don't know if there's any punk, earlier in this band's career, or what that's what they've started out as and transformed into. I don't know, but I could see that if it really happened. If not, then I'm just reading into things, but it definitely had that punk feel to it. So anyway, there's tons more. If you're really into this band, you want to get the 7-disc version, there's a Steven Wilson remix in there, which I actually really love Steven Wilson's work. I know a lot of people are a little critical of it, but I really like what he does. I think he takes stuff and goes back to the source and the original mix and goes off of that, and then tries to base his remix off of without taking away and adding too much of his own personal thing. I think he likes to stick to the original essence and just bring the stuff out a little bit more. So if that makes any sense, but that's my quick take on it. So as always, I'll welcome comments. If there's anything that people have been a fan of this band for, think I left out and should add to, reel in new listeners, feel free. If you're new to this band, you're thinking about taking a chance, I think it was well worth it. I really enjoyed listening to this. I'm probably going to listen to it again, which isn't normal for me. So I really enjoyed it. That's all I can say. So until I get my Who unwrapped here and listened, I probably won't get this one done today because that's a lot of music. And I still haven't got my Cars one yet. So maybe I'll get those out there by the end of the weekend. But until then, we will see you.